Virgo, welcome to Black Star Tarot. Happy New Year, guys. Thank you for stopping and watching. This is your January general reading, guys. I hope you enjoy. All right, so we got a flyer here. So you're coming in to January in this Seven of Swords energy. So what does the Seven of Swords speak of? It speaks of lies and deception. Maybe some thieving around you, maybe someone avoiding responsibility, stabbing you in the back, being sneaky, maybe there's someone around you that's an opportunist trying to get over, on you, or this is just simple strategy, right? I take that because it's such a devilish card. But I feel like a lot of you, or some of you out there have had to maybe step back from a particular individual, okay? Because the Seven of Swords here is telling me that this is either you in this energy or this is someone else, okay? And I'm kind of feeling like this is you kind of like, stepping back and trying to figure out, is it worth dealing, with a particular person, okay? I feel like you've been allowing someone to show you, their true selves, how they really feel, who they really are. And this could be a friendship or incident, doesn't really matter. But there's someone here that you're, viewing as being, this particular person, okay, in this Seven of Swords energy. So we have the Hangman. So some of you could be dealing with a Pisces, okay? And this is you really trying to make a decision, all right? The Hangman kind of sits around and steps back, like I said earlier, right? The Hangman kind of retreats and, kind of looks at things from a different perspective, or in this case, from a bigger picture, all right? I feel like you've been hanging on to someone in your life and that this person, may not be on the up and up, or maybe they're just gaslighting you, to some extent, or you someone else, all right? But when the Hangman shows up, it does speak of either one or two things: hanging on, waiting around, or even potentially letting go of something. Like it has all of those energies embodied into the card of the Hangman. So I'm not quite sure, where you are, what stage you are with this person, but I do know that you are contemplating something here, okay? And you could just be kind of just really trying to figure out, is this person honest? Is this person, avoiding responsibility? Like, is this person just being sneaky? But there's an energy here with the Seven of Swords that you have to get rid of, before you move any further into 2024, Virgo. All right, they fell out kind of crazy, but I'm going to put them back in. I'm sorry. They fell in a cluster and I don't like it. But let's just give them a good shuffle. That way, if they want to come back out again, I give them the opportunity to do so. Okay, so let's do this a couple more times. Sorry if that was loud when I hit the table. Let's try to figure out what this sneaky opportunist is doing around you, like what this deception is. All right, are you deceiving yourself or is someone deceiving you? Let's find out. All right, who do we get here? So we have the Hermit. God dang, like a lot of you definitely like really taking a step back from this, okay? This is your card, Virgo. So this is you. You're in this Hermit energy and you're just like, yo, I really don't know. Like a lot of you just want to be alone right now so you can figure this out. So as I said earlier, I feel like you guys have stepped back, from a particular person and or situation to either research what this particular person is all about, or to just think about like, where am I going? Like, is this going, anywhere? But the Hermit says that you need some time in solitude right now. You need some time, to do some introspection, to step back, even from the world right now and, think about, lessons that you've learned. Because one of the questions here is that, I've seen this particular person before. I've dated this energy before, you've built families with this energy before, but, we live in a world that is full of distractions. And sometimes it's hard for us to weed out things that, just aren't good for us. But for you, I do feel that there is some type of awareness, like, that someone or something right now, really isn't good for you. All right. And it's time for you to set some boundaries. All right. That's what I'm hearing. Boundaries, Virgo, set some boundaries. You don't need to invite, people in your life that just don't have, they shit together, meaning like they don't know how to treat you. I'm not talking about financially, I'm talking about energetically. Their energy is just very, you know, consuming. You know, they leave in a room, they be like, they come in like, hey Virgo, you know, how's your day? Good morning. And you're all happy like, hey, good morning Virgo. And then when they leave, you're just like, damn, I needed that. You know, because they just came into the room and just sucked all the life out of you. You know, you deal with people that just constantly have problems, right? And the reason why they do is because of the Seven of Swords energy, right? They just avoid responsibility. They just don't do what they need to do. And then they come to you, Virgo, right? As you're peacefully, you know, on your couch, watching your TV, you know, drinking your drink or whatever it is. And now they want to suck, you know, all the life, you know, out of you. And I feel like that's not cool. And I know we all have these people in our lives, but I do feel like in 2024, it's time for us to change, you know, some shit up. Okay. If you have this Seven of Swords in your life, it's time for you to maybe, you know, give them a pardon. Bye-bye. All right. So what do we have? We got the Four of Swords. Yeah, you need a break. Like, you guys really want these folks out of your life. You just want them out of your life. Six of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. Like, I am very much aware of, like, when you have family or you have friends, you know, like, these are people that, you know, you don't really want to cut off because, you know, you do care about them. You know, Six of Pentacles here, I see where you guys are helping, you know, a lot of people out. All right. You may help them out if they need a little money. Like, because the Six of Pentacles is all about, you know, sharing or caring or giving assistance to somebody. But there's a fine line between helping somebody to the point to where you're spoiling them. Okay. So I don't know. You have this Three of Swords here, and this is about you not being happy. I mean, this card gets really dark, right? Three of Swords talks about struggles, heartbreak, pain, tears, betrayal, bitterness, love triangles. You know, it just has every energy in it that you just don't want. You know, if you can agree, you know, the Three of Swords is very rude. All right. So a lot of you, you know, these are people that you have in your life. When they show up, you know, even if they give you some type of happiness for a short period of time, you know, over time, you just feel depleted, right? You're in this Four of Swords energy where you just need a fucking time out, right? This person has completely and utterly overwhelmed you, and you are in need of, like, solitude, like locking your door, turning off the phone. You probably don't even want to hear the sound of the TV, you know, when this person, you know, leaves, you know, your life, because they're just so consuming, very consuming energy here. But you don't have to continue to help anybody who don't want to help themselves. And you know the rule, help yourself first. Help yourself first. So we have the Queen of Swords. Get in this energy. Say what you got to say. Do what you got to do. You know, let this person know, like, hey, no more feeding off of me. You know, the Queen of Swords can be selfish, you know, in her energy at times. But in this situation, I understand why. You need to be selfish. You need to protect your energy, protect your emotions, you know, and let these people know, like, say what's on your mind. Like, if every time they call you, they want money, you know, if every time they call you, they want some negative shit, you know, speak your mind. And Queen of Swords is to tell them, like, yo, don't call me unless you're calling me with something happy, uplifting, and please stop calling and asking me to help you, you know, and to give you money and things like that. Like, you know, this person could be a user. So some of you could be dealing with a loser, right? And I don't mean to call them that, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, somebody who, like I said, avoids responsibility, not doing what they got to do, bad with their money and their finances, don't know how to treat, you know, friends, shit like that. And this could very well be, you know, a lover, or this could be a family member or a friend, right? Constantly blowing up your phone. Gimme, Virgo, because you're sweet. Not in a negative way. You know, you like helping people, right? You like, you know, coming in and saving the day because it makes you feel good, okay? But the universe is asking you to make a decision now, you know, that involves, you know, your own mental health, taking care, you know, of yourself at this time. This is Vampire. Who's this Vampire? Who's this Vampire? And hopefully it's not a relationship, because, you know, it's easier for me to kick them to the side than it is for me, you know, to get rid of family. So I hope whoever this is that's eating you alive, you know, cuts it out. So we have the Two of Raphael, two hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful, kindred spirits. It says, don't give up on those you love. And see, that's the problem. You know, that's the problem. Like, yeah, this is a beautiful card. Don't give up on the ones you love. But sometimes, you know, it's the ones you love that, you know, kind of come in and just kind of just rob, steal, deplete, You know, it's those guys. So a lot of you are dealing with a friend or a loved one, or, you know, someone close to you that is really, you know, kind of like sucking you dry. It says, take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. So if you guys are looking into, you know, ways to occupy your time, you know, to take your focus off of that. Like a lot of you are doing just that. You're improving your lives. You're going back to school. You're working. You know, you're doing everything that you can possibly do to enrich and better yourself, right? You're taking pride in your accomplishments, and your life is showing that, right? Your life is showing not just you that things are getting better, but it's also probably showing other people that too. So that's why you have these bottom feeders, you know, that pop up from time to time, you know, and kind of say, hey, you know, what you got going on, right? Now, if you have family and friends that are coming to you to say, hey, I notice how you changed your life. I see that you've gone back to school. I notice how you've been getting in shape. I know all the things that you've been doing. Show me, right? Show me, you know, and then I can see you coming in, you know, as like, yo, I got you, like, because that's just what you'll do. So we have the 9 of Gabriel, and it says, stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. It says environmental or activism. This is the 9. This reminds me of the 9 of Pentacles. You know, a lot of you are making great achievements towards like your financial freedom. Even if, you know, it's going slow, all right, you're still making it progress, and other people are going to notice. And, you know, when you start making changes to your life, particularly if you're advancing in your career, your money and things like that, you're going to get a lot of people who are all in your business. So sometimes it's just best not to tell anybody shit. Like whatever it is that you're doing, keep it to yourself. The 9 of Gabriel reminds me in the 9 of Pentacles in a way where it speaks of like, you know, independence. And the 9 of Pentacles has like that selfish energy, like, yo, it's all about me, I'm free. And that's kind of where you need to be right now. It's okay for you to operate in that Queen of Swords, you know, 9 of Pentacles kind of energy. It's okay, you know, for you to do that, okay? 9 of Wands even, right? You know, I do get the 9 of Wands also out of, you know, the 9 of Gabriel. And this is just like, look, you know, it's been a long road. Like your accomplishments, Virgo, have not been easy. And of course, you know, you've had some setbacks, but because you stay determined, this is the reason why you are who you are, how you can recognize leeches when you see them. It's you're who you are because of the work that you've invested in yourself. A lot of you have gone through tons of transitions, not just financially, but spiritually. You know, a lot of you have taken, you know, responsibility for your life and what it is that you want to do with it, right? Not blaming your parents anymore or blaming others for things that have gone wrong in your life, right? You know, you've benefited from your experiences, and now it's a time, you know, for you, right? In your career, in your relationships, and your peace of mind, right? It's time for you to get all of this in check and continue to do it and not let these people come in from the outside and try to distort, you know, or ruin that for you, okay? So 8 of Wands, you got some messages here, right? So let's just see how that's going to turn out. And you know, as I'm looking at this 8 of Wands right here, I'm looking at the 8 of Wands and I'm looking at this 4 of Swords. It's almost like you're just ignoring these people now. Like, look at him. His eyes are closed. Like, this person's messaging this shit, you know, out of you. And you're just kind of like, yeah, well, maybe I should just put the phone on do not disturb, right? Do you see those messages and how he's just like, I didn't hear that phone ring? Or if you did hear it, you just didn't pick it up, right? I get it, right? What else for Virgo? Just ignore the phone. They don't want none other than your energy. All right, so it says, love the darkness. So what in the world? Virgo, a lot of you guys are really spending some time in solitude. Like, seriously, like, you know, it's and this is where you want to be, okay? No one has forced you, you know, into where you are now. A lot of you are really enjoying your time alone. All right, enjoying your time, you know, just loving on you and working on you. This card, I believe, in the book, it speaks of, I think it was Persephone, and I guess that was, what is the underworld that the god, you know, I'm talking about Hades. So I believe, like, in the story, they say, like, you know, Hades force, Persephone into, into bondage or into marriage, relationship, whatever with him. But in fact, they say that's not the case at all. She chose to be with him. Like, it wasn't, where anybody was bringing her down, or, she was forced to be with him. She chose to. And I feel like it's the same with you. Like, you're making a conscious decision or a choice, to kind of just move in silence right now, to, work in solitude, to dig deep and love on yourself, and not really, entertain, outside influences that aren't, helping you move towards like your goals of happiness, having what you need inside and out. I don't think anyone's forced you into this darkness or into this love of, it says love the darkness. So I feel like that's exactly what you're doing. You're loving this time alone, where most people can't stand to be alone. I think you are really loving like where you are right now, loving the darkness, loving, the solitude, right? You love, where you are. Like right now, I feel like it's a paradise for you. And it's giving you the opportunity to honor yourself right now, right? And to free yourself, from people and energies that are just too consuming, all right? That's how I'm seeing this. So let's see what else we have for you. All right, we have high power. What? I kind of feel like, I don't know. You got a lot of cards of like meditation and things like that, but let's see. I haven't read from the book in any of these, but I'm gonna read that because I feel like it's a message here that I may potentially miss. So this card speaks of conscious contracts with a higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. Maybe that's why a lot of you are in this hermit mode, this hangman mode, really working on like your higher self, really trying to stay focused, on you. And I feel like you have disturbances, and you may be getting messages from spirit, okay, during meditation about, your next steps in life, or, maybe helping you keep, your consciousness, your spirit, and your emotions and stuff in check. Like meditation does help, clear the mind. But it says this card reminds you that you are more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. Isn't that interesting? You have an immortal soul and are gifted with a human life through a higher power and can express itself. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation. Ask, what is the highest good for all? How can I serve? Then get out of your way and trust that there is a plan for your life more wondrous than you can ever know. You are always protected and divinely directed. And I honestly, this is how, I'm seeing this. I feel like a lot of you have just made like just so much change, and you're continuing to do so, and you're pushing yourself and pressing yourself and renewing yourself and all of that. And there just may be, some people or a person, or if it's not someone else, and your own thoughts that are bringing you down. Don't waste your time in meditation. If negative thoughts just crossing your mind, I recommend you just stop meditating right now until you can get your thoughts and your emotions in order. But a lot of you are just really stepping back, making some time for yourself, really, working and providing and living your life quietly in solitude. And you're really trying to keep out all of the fuss, the conflict, the chaos, and all of those things. Okay, so you're taking the high road, when you're dealing with other people. Again, a lot of you could be spending a lot of time in the house, a lot of time just, taking a break, right? Taking a break, trying to figure out what it is that you want. And I think because you've done such a good job, helping not just yourself, but others, I feel like the universe, definitely have, something special for you, okay? So you make the choice in which way, you want to go. I know a lot of you are trying to determine, like, it's almost like you, like I said, you love your family, you love your friends, okay? But you just can't keep continuously, like, pouring into them, whether this is money, your time, and things like that. If they're not pouring back, you're going to have to, like, release that. You're going to have to, like, let it go, all right? There's plenty of ways in which you can let, you know, your loved ones know without completely and utterly like, you know, because people don't take, you tell people you don't want to fuck with them no more, you know, they get agitated and, you know, they get offended, you know, and things like that. But there's different ways that, you know, you can express yourself, you know, speak from, you know, your heart, okay? Speak from your heart, you know, when you're communicating with others. But it's definitely, you know, time for you to switch some stuff up. There's some change that needs to be needed here so you can continue, you know, working on yourself. You have judication here. So this is just the universe trying to balance things out for you, okay? Trying to make your life just that much more easier because you deserve it. So I feel like in the future, moving on into the year, this is what you'll be working on, you know, self and kind of like setting boundaries and things like that with others, okay? You're dealing with a lot of people who are feeding off of you, who are spiritually, you know, poor or in poverty right now. So that's why these people are showing up at your door, because they need nourishment, all right? They need some of your energy to help them, you know, navigate through. But, you know, you don't need to be concerned with everything that's going on with everybody. Your first and major concern, you know, Virgo, is you, okay? It's just you, all right? So don't let people, you know, continuously steal your energy. Like I said, you know, they will do this and it's not going to lead you anywhere but feeling depleted, right? Taking away your money, taking your time, you know, just really, you know, having you, you know, struggle. You're working too hard, trying to make sure that other people are happy, feeling sorry for other people. Now it's just all about you, okay? It's all about Virgo. Selfish as shit. All right. All right, let's see what final messages we have for you, Virgo. So we have sunshine. I like it. It says the sun is shining on you. Career and business growth. Fabulous communication in relationships. We also have assert yourself. Yes, set those boundaries. It says go for what you want. The time is right for soulmate connections. Birth of a child is also likely. Very nice. And we have perseverance here. And it says you may feel like you are getting nowhere, but you are wonderful, but there are wonderful changes ahead. Don't give up. Pardon me, I don't have my glasses on, Virgo, so I'm telling you I'm struggling. But hey guys, this is your reading for January. Like and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed your reading, and I will see you in the next video.